Hello, welcome to Lunch with Lee. Today we're talking about something that a lot of people get confused, which is how long does my fireplace last? And the reason this is confusing, because if you go back into the 20s and 30s, all fireplaces were made literally by brick and mortar by a mason, and they put each brick together and mortared them together, and all of it was masonry from top to bottom, inside to out. And that type of fireplace you repaired. No matter what was wrong with it, it was worth repairing. And when you got into the very early stages were the 50s, 60s, but when you get into the 70s, 80s, and even the 90s were really much this way, is most of the fireplaces installed were appliances, meaning they were a kit. They were a metal firebox. It could be gas only, direct vent, wood burning, but it was a metal box with metal venting that was an appliance. And what does an appliance mean? It means that there's an expected lifespan. It's like a washer or a dryer or a dishwasher, meaning it's not going to last forever. And a lot of times, in order to make these look like the old school masonry fireplaces, people veneered them in brick and in stone and all kinds of stuff, which is not wrong at all. But these fireplaces out of metal, if there's a leak inside, they rust. If you use it a whole lot, they warp. And for some of the gas units, the valves, the electronics, the circuitry that was hot, cold, they're going to fail. And eventually, if they're designed to last 20, 25 years, something like that, the manufacturers stop making parts. So when a part dies, there are no generic parts. This is something with fire inside your house. So you're supposed to use the stuff that's been tested, that's been proven to work, to be safe, all that kind of stuff. But when it gets too old, you can't find those parts anymore. And really, you should not just roll the dice and put in a part that's never been tested. We don't know what's going to happen. So these fireplaces expire. We go into it all the time. Something that was installed in the 70s, designed to last about 20, 25 years. Now it's a 40-year-old fireplace. Should you put, if they need repairs, maybe we can patch them together and it's $2,000, $3,000 to repair a fireplace, or $1,000 or whatever it is. Do you want to spend that kind of money on a fireplace that's still old, that still is going to have to be replaced? If we replace those parts, there are other parts in there that are not designed to last forever. And if it fails like a week later, a month later, a year later, now all the new parts we put in are just trash. And we have to open up the walls, take out all the venting, it all starts all over again. So if you're not sure what type of fireplace you have, give us a call. We can come out, we can do an inspection, we can figure this out. If you have a house that's 20, 25 years old or older, let's look at it, because do we need to make a game plan for when this fireplace gets replaced? If you're doing renovations and your fireplace is 25, 30 years old, something like that, sometimes it's cost effective to go ahead and change out that fireplace while all the stone or brick or whatever makes it kind of pretty is gone. It's much easier than having to, because when you put up the new one and then the fireplace wears out, we take it on all that new stuff just to get one in correctly. So that's it for today, which is, if you don't know what type of fireplace you have, if you have a 15, 20, 25, and just to go over it, if you maintain your fireplace correctly, yearly inspections, maintenance, no matter what type, gas, wood, doesn't matter, it will last longer. Now, how much longer? Who knows? But it just depends. So get your fireplace inspected, know what type it is, be an educated consumer. I know you want to make things last longer and longer and longer, but at what point are you putting a new engine in a really old car? That's not a collector's item. So that's it for today. Please share this, like it. Let's help as many people as possible. That way we can make sure we help as many people as possible so people don't get taken advantage of, and we can give people the most value for their money. All right. Appreciate it. Thanks.